trust Paul when he's out?
I do trust Paul when he's out.
I trust you too.
No, you don't. You don't trust me, clearly.
Us getting to this extent where we're actually here for a social experiment, it doesn't make sense. I think it's going to go south.
You actually do what you like.
Wait,
let's get
not,
that right.
Hold on. Hey, let's not do that. She asked me the question.
So you can do stuff and I can't.
It's not for me.
Who are you speaking to?
It's not for me.
The one thing I have, Instagram, that is away from him, he wants to control that and police that. Like,
why are you here? Don't mind me asking.
She told me that when she addresses the situation, she's able to acknowledge it and he just moves on. Do you get what I mean?
I couldn't care less about your friend's boyfriend, this and that, whatever.
Well, maybe you should chat to him a bit more.
Deborah does this thing that I actually hate. Like, she loves comparing me to other people, other guys. Honestly, just needs to stop. It pisses me off so much. Like.
Nowadays, when I'm coming back late, the same person's complaining, asking me where am I coming from, and I'm thinking, what? Chioma, you need healing.
I need healing from who? From your sister?
From yourself.
No, let me tell you something. I will heal perfectly if you stop her from coming to the house.
Anyway, guys, this video I'm going to be reacting and reviewing the online series Blue Therapy. So with that all said, let's get into the video. Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? If this is the first time you are seeing my face, hi, my name is Destiny and welcome to my channel. Okay, so let's just get into it. Somebody saying, what is Blue Therapy? What? Blue Therapy who? So this is an online TV show here on YouTube. So if you've not watched it, just go check it out. I'll leave it down in the description box to check it out. So this is an online reality show that brought two couples together for therapy. And they talked about most of the things people go through in their relationship. And I have my reservation, okay? So let's just get into it. So before we get into the video, I want to quickly say this. I'm not a professional or a counselor or that. No, I'm not. But one thing I can tell you that I have been in a relationship, or I am in a relationship for over 18 years. And I feel like I have the staff to talk about relationship matter. Yes, I've been with my husband for 18 years and that is it. Okay, drink water. Okay, so everything I'm going to say here is for my own opinion, and please let's respect each other's opinion down there in the comment section. If you haven't seen the show, go check it out. But if you've seen the show, please leave your thought down in the comment section. So let's get into this video. And this intro is long, but let's get into this video. So the show is about two couples, like I said. So this show was done in the UK. So the first couple is Chioma and Paul. So Chioma and Paul, they've been dating for 3 years now. They live together. Chioma moved in with Paul, so now they live together. Okay, my first impression about this couple was Paul talks down on Chioma, Paul dismisses Chioma, Paul feels he knows it all, and Paul wants a trophy wife. Then the impression I have about Chioma is that Chioma so wants marriage badly, like most Nigerian girls do. We Nigerians, okay? She and Paul, they are both of Nigerian descent, but they are British. So, okay, so when I say Nigeria, you guys should understand, okay? So I feel she so wants marriage so bad that she's ready to like work things through. She acts like an alpha female, but the honest truth is that she's very submissive to Paul. She acts all strong, all tough, but in real sense, she will do anything for Paul, okay? And I feel like she's been stepped over and all that. So one of the problems they were having in the relationship was she saying that Paul was living larger than life and Paul was living beyond their means. Not like living like Paul believes in that ideology, like fake it till you make it, and she doesn't believe in it. Paul will go to expensive restaurant just to impress Paul's clients. Another issue she raised was and Paul was very dismissive about every goddamn thing Chioma was saying. And for me, I'm just like, these are red flags. I'm not saying, for me personally, those are red flags when you dismiss everything I say and you always like, I believe everybody has a reason for doing everything, so you definitely defend yourself. But when you're not listening to your partner, there's an issue for me personally. So Paul always dismisses everything Chioma says. Secondly, what other issue? Okay, the way he spends money, and then Chioma also complained the way Paul is like almost policing her work. She's a social media influencer, so she creates content online. especially on Instagram. So Paul is more like policing Instagram, and Paul try to control what she posts, how she posts, and all that. And from her, she said that was where Paul saw her from. That was how Paul got in touch with her. So she's saying, this is what I've been doing. This was what I was doing when you met me, and now you want to police it. I kind of understand. For me, that's the red flag when you see things like that. I'm just going to say straight up, Chioma should not marry Paul. Like, their union will be such a disaster, because Paul dismissed, yes, they both love each other, but one thing I'll tell you guys is that love is not enough. When you don't respect the other person, when you think the other person is not that smart, when you look down on the other person, when you dismiss the other person, when you don't listen to the other person, when you don't try to compromise for the other person, then there's always going to be a problem. And one thing I would say is that one thing I tell people when they say, oh, ask me for relationship advice, is that ask yourself, because my deal breaker may not be your deal breaker, but ask yourself, can I live with this for the rest of my life? Don't go into a relationship thinking that you can change things or you can change the person. Don't, like, no, don't do it. Don't do. And I think that is where what's it called, that's where Chioma is coming from. Chioma feels she can change the way Paul thinks. Paul no longer cooks and clean. Now it's all on Chioma. Chioma does all the cook and clean. This is where I tell people, like, you see, this is where I say, like, don't start what you will not finish. As a lady, come, let me tell you people, don't start. Did you hear me? Don't start what you will not finish. Before you do something, I'm talking from experience. Before you do something, ask yourself, is this something I can do for the rest of my life? If it's something you will not do for the rest of your life, it's better you speak up earlier so that the person know where you are coming from. So is it that the person trying to make a compromise, or you try to, but you now know it's not that when you're already in so deep on a particular activity and now you're complaining. Why? Both of you have been dating for 3 years. I think they've moved in for about 6 months or a year. I'm not between 6 months and a year. I can't really remember right now. Now you're complaining that you're the one doing all the cooking. That's the first thing you should say in the first month you start living together. Like, bro, I can't do this. I can't cook after you. Paul wants a housewife, somebody that when he comes back from work, the housewife, water for bathing is run, food is ready, like the house is clean. That is what Paul is looking for. What Chioma should ask herself, is that what she wants to be? I'm not saying Paul will not see that type of wife. There are a lot of women that wants to be housewife. For you as an individual, when you're in a relationship, you should ask yourself those questions your partner needs. If there's something you can be, if there's something you cannot be, or if that's not you, then just start bouncing. That is where I'm just looking at Chioma like, Then another issue, Chioma has an issue with Paul's sister. Paul's sister. For me, some women like carrying family, husband's family, boyfriend's family. Some women enjoy it. But one thing I will tell you, we are all humans. Even when you give your arm and leg to them, there's still one person that will find fault. For me personally, I like drawing boundaries. Yes, I can be cordial with you as a family, but I'm going to draw your boundary. I'm going to draw boundaries so that you know where you don't cross. Okay. So, and that's what Chioma has not done, because she's doing it for Paul. Chioma has gotten to the point where she feels like Paul's sister is not complacent. Paul's sister comes to leave her kids with her and then go have fun. She doesn't want to look after Paul's sister. Paul's sister questioning what she wears, how she does things. Paul's sister picking on her. She didn't like that. And Paul doesn't even say anything wrong. Paul feels like she has bad energy over her sister, over his sister, and the fact that Chioma was complaining about his sister's children, Paul didn't like that part at all. So for me, this is where I said always make your always express yourself in the beginning when you start feeling that way, because by the time you start piling up, that's where it becomes a bigger problem, because the problem is not going to go away, it will even just get worse. So it's better you address it at the early stage so that it doesn't get big. So Paul is very dismissive. Paul was very direct of her. His sister is not going anywhere, and Chioma crossed the line by calling the sister the B word. For me, no matter what, like, I personally, I believe in, no matter how angry I am or no matter how I feel somebody is ill towards me, I would drive all my points without cursing or calling you names. Okay? Yes, I know we're all human beings. Sometimes we get all in our emotion, but try as much as possible not to start calling names, especially when it's a family you want to get married to. Chioma, this thing is on TV, so this is why I said, you know what, Chioma should run from this, because even if they end up getting married, Paul's sister is going to watch that clip and hear how she called her acting like a bee and all that. So, nah, you don't call people names, especially your in-laws. Don't call them names. Drive on your points without being insulted or calling names. Okay, so that one, yeah, I didn't go for Chioma on that. And the way Paul was talking to the therapist, I didn't like that. Paul was very arrogant in the entire series. Was very arrogant. I didn't like his energy. Like I said, he was very dismissive. He feels he knows it, or he feels like if it is his way or no way out. Is his way or no way. That's how Paul feels. And I don't, when you're in a relationship now, okay? And then Paul was almost calling out Chioma out, like, what do you bring to the table? Like, I make more money. Yeah, you make more money. Is it this way? It's not that Chioma doesn't make her own money and Chioma does not pull in her own weight, but this is where women should concentrate on yourself, because man God disgrace you. Man God disgrace you when the time comes. So concentrate on yourself and grow yourself financially, mentally. So I didn't really like that about Paul. And then they also talked about she also talked about how Paul was not showing affection to her, and she even mentioned how how they don't, I don't know how to put it, how they don't have sex as usual like they usually do. She said when they first started dating, they were having it back to back. Now Paul does not, like, it has to be on schedule. See, once, for me personally, once having sex becomes a chore, it's a chore. Once having sex becomes a chore, then nah. It should be something your partner wants, and it should be something you want. So if he's not, is it cheating? I don't know, maybe, but you should, that's a conversation you should have. There's a video I did, maybe I should even post that video. I think I'll post that video. I did a video years ago, but I took it down. But I think I still have that clip. But a long time ago, like maybe 3-4 years ago, I was talking about sex before marriage and sex after marriage. If you're sexually active, then make sure you have a discussion with your partner about how often you want it and how you like it, the way you like it, how you like it, when you want it, how often you want it. Have the discussion, because I feel this is where people start feeling not loved, neglected. This is also one thing that makes women feel that way, and even men too. When you have that discussion, there are some people that they want it every day, and there are some guys that want it every day, and there are girls like that want it every day. When those people meet, is match made in heaven. There are some people that want it once a month. There are people that will match them up that wants it once a month. So why there's some people that can compromise and like, okay, this is what my partner likes and enjoy. Okay, I can do it too. Like, they really don't have any core preference. So have this discussion, and if you're not satisfied in that area, well, like, no, except you want to be touching yourself. Okay. Lastly, Paul actually called Chioma, not in those words, but that was the direction he was going to indirectly. For me, I really don't see anything wrong in that. That is where I feel as a couple, both of you should be very comfortable to talk to each other and let each other know when the other person is not doing great. Paul actually pointed out that probably it's because that, he didn't say it directly, he said probably because she was fat, that's why she has added weight. So Paul was like, that is why he can't carry her anymore. So she got really emotional, and that was their own story. So that's my thought about those two people relationship, what I think about them. So let me know your thoughts about Paul and Chioma. Okay, what relationship do you think they will survive a marriage? Do you think they will get married? I personally, if I was asked if Chioma was my sister, I would tell her bounce. For me, I would say both of you should take your space. Ask yourself if the relationship is something you really want, and if this relationship is something you know you can lead to marriage. Like, go take yourself, know yourself separately, and then come back and answer those questions. But for me, I just feel it's not as if they are not compatible, but there's so much on the line. Okay, Chioma is taking so much, and at the same time, I also feel Chioma also have like a control too. Paul come across like those men that wants to form alpha male, but the woman they control him too at the time. So, but I just don't like his dismissive attitude, and he feels like he knows it all, and he feels like, oh, I bring him more money, so I call in the shots. That kind of thing. So that's my thought on Paul and Chioma. Let me know your thought about them. Are you watching the show? Are you just going to watch the show and then come back? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. What do you think about everything we discussed here? What are your thoughts on all the issues that was addressed here? Let me know your thought down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys. I'm going to talk about the other couple in the next video, so I just don't want this video to be long. It's already long as it is. I don't want it to be too long, so I'm going to do that as a part 2, which is going to come up immediately after this one, so you can check Deborah and Chioma, what I think about them and what their issue was. So with that all said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.